With Football Manager 2026 on the horizon, I thought it'd be a good idea to have a look at the best videos we've done on FM24, and some you may not have seen yet. Now, first of all, don't worry, there is still some FM24 videos lined up in the pipeline. In fact, I'm looking at my whiteboard now and I've got about 5 or 6. Now, some might cross over into FM26, depending on when it finally comes out. But just a quick video today to thank everybody for the growth of the channel. I think, now, give or take, I think I've added about 20,000 subscribers during FM24's game cycle, which is just mad. Now, a lot of those have came probably in the last 4 or 5 months when I've been really drilling down on quality and the type of save we're doing. So there's quite a few videos that I'm dead proud of that a lot of newer subscribers may not have seen yet. So that is what I'm going to focus on today. A few videos that you may not have seen if you are new to the channel, that if you're enjoying the stuff recently, they'll be your kind of vibe. The first video is this one with Royal Excelsior Virton in Belgium. So I love this save, and I think the best thing to do for each one of these is just to play that little intro so you can get a little glimpse onto what the video was about. In today's challenge, we're at a club owned by an active footballer, N'Golo Kante, and in his honour, I'm only going to play midfielders. So I can only sign central midfield players, and to get them in the tactic, they will need to be retrained, and the overall goal is to get this lower division team into the top division and get them into Europe. Right, so welcome to Royal Excelsior Virton, N'Golo Kante's club. I'm not sure why he bought them or what his motives are, but I think it's dead cool. So that was the midfielders only save where we had to retrain every position to be a midfielder. Indeed, Pep's dream, but it was not mine. The next one I want to focus on is this multi-season save with FC Bazada Mainz, where we used a lower division German database to only sign Japanese players. And this, my friends, without a shadow of a doubt, was the hardest FM24 save I did, and it took me absolutely ages. Today is a very unique bottom to top challenge. We take over 6th tier German club Basara Mainz, a club with a very heavy Japanese influence, as we aim to get them to the Bundesliga and one day have a fully Japanese squad. Next season was a 10-season spell in Poland with the aim of winning a European trophy. Brutal. Now, this is one of those videos where I really started to step up in terms of production value, and 10 seasons in a league like Poland is absolutely belting fun. The quest to win a European trophy with the Elite League's band continues, and today we're going to Poland. So by popular demand, we're in Poland and we are with
Śląsk Wrocław.
One more for the people in the back.
Śląsk Wrocław.
Now, the intro may have told you that that was part of a multi-club save where I was taking clubs from different European leagues that were non-elite leagues and trying to get them to win a European trophy. Next up, it was another extended database as we took charge of Bordeaux in the lower leagues of France with the added stipulation of only being able to sign French players. One of the biggest headlines in recent football was the downfall of Bordeaux. The 6 times French champions had to declare bankruptcy, with the main culprit, widely regarded to be president at the time, Gerard Lopez. That's where we come in, with Bordeaux having to restart down in Championnat National 2 Group B. My goal is to take over and sort things out, but I'm going to do it with a French-only squad. That's going to mean some very tricky times in the transfer market as we look to get Bordeaux back up to Ligue 1. And hopefully, we can win a trophy. And let me tell you this about that one. That's got one of the most mad first seasons I've ever done on FM24. Next up was a bizarre one indeed, as we tried to get to the Premier League using only defenders. Now, this is a bit silly, but it did show me that some tactics can just power you all the way when they really shouldn't. Check it out. Today's challenge seems simple. Go from League 2 all the way up to the Premier League. However, we're going to do it using only defenders. Question is, how the hell are we going to score goals? Here we are then at Carlisle United. Now, in real life, they're struggling in League 2, but we've got a fresh start because we're going to start from the start of the season. Now, squad-wise, in position order, you can see it's a decent mix, just like a normal squad, but it's kind of top-heavy with strikers, so all of these boys down here, they're not going to get a game. Next up, and this is for fans of really long content, this is the Chosen One full series video. Now, this is the series that I did, which is a full playthrough, and there is an option to go through the playlist. They're in like 8 to 10 minute episodes, but there is a 5-hour long video for those who just want to sit back and let it play in the background. Basically, there was 5 players at the start that had to stay in the starting 11 throughout the save, from day 1 up until they retired. Yes, welcome to the Chosen Ones and Pro Vercelli. I think before we go anywhere, let's see why we chose them. Now, you might not realise this, but Pro Vercelli are one of the most successful teams in Italian football. Proudly displayed at the ground 7 Scudetto League titles. But a quick look at FM shows that those 7 Italian Serie A titles, the last one was 1922, but they did win 7 league titles between 08 and 22. That's epic. And as these dated shots show, they haven't even been in Serie B since the season 2017-2018, and it's been downhill ever since. But the main thing we look for when we're selecting a club to go alongside big history, who are the local rivals that are a big time team that we need to overthrow? There's Vercelli there. If we scroll out slowly, we can see we are equidistant between the giants of Milan and Turin. So we've got Inter, AC and Juventus to try and topple. And don't forget the save stipulations. This is the Chosen Ones, and very shortly we'll be choosing our first batch of 6 Chosen One players that must be in the starting 11 throughout the save. These are players that will be with the club from day 1, and we only replace them if they age out, and then we replace them from players from our youth team. See, it's that long since I've done the save. It's actually 6 players that had to be in the starting 11, not 5. Beautiful save, absolutely loved it. Now, on the long-term theme, the very first save I did on FM24, the long-term save, I've called it the greatest football manager story because it was. So this was with Salgueiros in Portugal. The overall goal was to get them up the leagues and to somehow topple the big teams in Portugal, Benfica, Porto and Sporting. Welcome everyone to day 1 at Salgueiros, a small suburb of Porto. In this save, we're starting from the very bottom and trying to get to the very top. Right, I have done a video previously on the backstory of this save. It's just there, so take a look at that. But the goals of the save in a heartbeat is this. So we're starting low in the Portuguese leagues. We're going to rise through the leagues. We are going to sell players when clauses are hit, like Enzo Fernandez got sold to Chelsea. Think of that sort of vibe. We're going to replace these players with youth team players or scouted players, and these scouted players will have a big influence on South America. We're going to have a good look around there. The long-term goal is to become bigger than local rivals Porto, and the big goal, the possibly unachievable goal, is to have a net transfer profit of £1 billion by the end of the save. Like the Chosen Ones, that is broken down into episodes if you want to watch it episodically, but there is a massive bumper edition which a lot of people have already watched, to be honest, that goes through the entire journey. That was at the start of FM24. So those were some of the videos that have been my favourite during the FM24 cycle. As we approach FM26, you may have missed some of them if you're new to the channel, but if you like the stuff I've been doing recently, they're very much on a similar kind of vibe, and for fans of the longer videos, I think you'll really enjoy some of those. But once again, thank you for your support on FM24. The channel has grown stupidly. It is now a proper part-time job for me. Still got to work at the supermarket, doing the little warehousey stuff and stacking up crates, but such is life. But thanks to everyone watching, I have been able to spend a bit more time doing this, and hopefully we've got more of that to come in FM26. But don't forget, there is still more videos coming for FM24. We've got about 4 weeks or so till the beta.